Hello, and welcome to another Minecraft video. Today, we're going to be terraforming a bit today. If you watched my last video, you saw that we made this lovely beauty. We made that watermill and the things around it, and it looks great. However, this part, not looking so nice. It just ends and there's nothing fancy about it. And so we are going to fix that by terraforming today. We're going to terraform this waterfall, the areas around it, and we're gonna see how far we can get. And this will also be great because I'll finally figure out how I want to terraform these walls. So then later, as we make our way around my giant ice dome with the spikes, we know how I want to terraform that. And before we get into a time lapse where I start terraforming, I was actually pranked. If you've been following, we've been having a prank war, and I was actually not just pranked once, but pranked twice, which was fantastic. And so we're gonna see what happened, and then we're gonna jump into those time lapses. I let Megan have my netherite, and this is what she does. No! Oh. No, you cannot have my netherite, Megan. You ask if you could use my netherite, and this is what you do.
To be fair, I started it before I asked. I just assumed you knew what I was doing.
Yeah, I was going to grab something. I forget what I was grabbing. Oh, no, I wasn't grabbing anything. I was about to fly out, and I looked up to fly, and I was like, wait a minute.
Alright, well, anyways, I still have some netherrack. Oh, it's all good.
Of course you still have some netherrack. You know, when I said I wanted a prank done against me, I didn't expect this would be the way it would go down. Megan!
Okay, wait, I gotta go over one block. I'll do it like this next. Okay, there we go.
What if I help you? Would that be funny?
No, then it wouldn't be a prank.
Oh, you know, that's the point. That's the point. It's no longer...
You know?
If I'm helping, okay, Megan, I've got some netherrack. I'm gonna help you prank myself. I've got...
Why are you this desperate for a good pranking?
Shoot.
Hey, Dani, you're kind of in my way. Dani, I'm gonna need you to, like, hustle a bit. I'm kind of doing something. Oi, you brat!
Oh, you have thorns. I think
Dani,
you're the brat.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am doing exactly what I meant to do.
I beg to differ. Okay, all yours.
Alright, great. Oh, you took forever on this, Dani. What the heck? Really moved much? Although I'm running low on netherrack. This is kind of concerning. Dani, can you get me some more?
No.
Oh.
Oh, I hear you. Oh! Oh my god!
Dani, I think I need some more netherrack. Your attempts to inconvenience me have not worked.
I mean, it did. You're gonna have to walk back now. It's a slight annoyance. Now this prank is just a voice recording of me over the replay of me actually cleaning up the prank because I wasn't recording when I came across it. Because my roommate who did the prank, while I wasn't paying attention, because I was doing like other stuff, she did the prank, and then while I was online, she was like, hey, she asked me a question about my base, so I went and I noticed it, but I wasn't recording. What she and my friend Megan did, my roommate's Isabella, by the way, or Jedi Raptor on the server, they swapped the rotation of my items. So my base has 4 little corridors for my items, right? And they basically just rotated them like over one, and then on the second floor they rotated them the other way and they swapped the colors, so everything was all messed up. And I realized pretty quickly, I'd say, I think I'm pretty good with directions, and so I was like, wait a minute, gunpowder's supposed to be over here, why isn't it? But that was a clever prank. That was clever. It took a little bit of time to clean up, but it took a while to figure out what was going on, and so my favorite prank so far. Yeah. Okay, so now that those pranks are done, we're gonna start working on terraforming this bad boy right behind me. So cue the time lapse. Are you ready? Are you ready to see the finished thing? Here it is. I'm a big fan. I had a hard time with these guys, these like little plants, but I really like the way they turned out. If you can hear the zombies, please ignore. They're underneath. They aren't gonna bother us. And it looks absolutely gorgeous with the shaders, but I like the way the color pops with the shaders off and how blue the water is with the shaders off. So we got like, if we go up here, we have these little things that are tucked into the side like this that should add a little bit of more of a pop as we go farther up. And I only did the area around the waterfall because I'm not sure exactly where I want to put buildings, and I really want to wait to do terraforming everywhere along these walls until I know where the buildings are going to go. So we could probably do some terraforming around these guys and a little bit around that. Same with this, and probably that area between those 2 levels there. But I want to wait a little bit more. And we have one more thing before this video wraps up. We had a little bit of, me and my friend Megan had a little bit of fun messing with Rosamund. So let's go see what we did.
Okay. We're asking for all building to cease until she gets proper permits.
Yes, she did not pay for this.
You do not have the proper permits, and seeing as it is for animal housing, you need to file it under a different, a different part of government.
This is my new police skin to arrest Anna in and to drop off the violations. I am a policewoman, and so is Megan when she comes back. Look at your camera.
Hello.
Are you drowning?
Yes.
So how are you today? I think we should continue our discussion on the violations.
Yeah.
Just give me a moment.
Oh yeah. I was under there for a while, so there we go. Let me just.
Okay, so how much should she be fined for her violation of 25A? Because you were hurt.
25A, yeah, that is. I feel very
Oh,
personally
sorry.
affected
I've been
by this.
attacked. I've been attacked and I'm drowning. I'm putting my respiration helmet on. Yeah, how attacked would you say you've been?
Well, I took damage, not only emotionally, but physically.
Oh my god.
I feel like she should be double fined because I thought I was entering a safe building, as all buildings fully understand the meaning of 25.
She's online. She's marked as online. Prepare yourself. Where do we want to be standing?
Okay. We'll be standing out from under here. Okay. You'll just be like kept crouched instead of like having your finger on it. So when we see her name tag come by, we pop out.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hi, Anna.
Okay. Has she hopped on?
No, not yet.
Alrighty.
Hopping on now.
Alright, Anna, I need you to give me like a tour of the Kevin mansion, because like Dani and I, we like walked by and we saw it.
Yeah, sure thing. There are signs everywhere in here. What?
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I just logged on. I'm already in the Kevin mansion.
Ma'am, can you come out, please? Read to the book. We need you to adhere to your court date, please. All the details are there.
The village of Rosamund has cited you with multiple violations. Mayor Sniffles, Judge Fido, and Sheriff Blinky. What are these names?
Yes.
Set a court date for you on XXXXXXX. Failure to show up will be put on your permanent record, and a warrant for your arrest will be issued. Oh my gosh, 6 pages? List of violations. Under sections 25.c, the outside-facing pressure plate on the main entrance is a violation of safety against monsters. What? 25.d, open gaps in the wall with no deterrence against monsters puts residents of the building in harm's way. 31.g, regarding the amount of dogs this property has planned to house, a special approval is needed. Well, it wasn't my choice to build this. See, the area surrounding the village has been zoned a historical landmark, and all buildings within 200 block radius need to have a medieval exterior. A special permit is required to deter from this regulation. No one ever told me this.
Well, you clearly should have looked up your permit.
There was no such thing until now. The build is currently defying gravity with a needed foundation is needed. All parts of the build must be a light level 7 or above. The stairs to the top most floor has a light level of 6, and the dog statues have a light level of 5. What? Oh my gosh. As this is a modern building, modern facilities and accommodations are required. This building lacks the proper methods to dispose of feminine products while it's still being built. As this is a house on the server, another portal must be present on the property and must be connected to the nether hub. Well, I'm still in the process of building it, as you can see.
No, you're definitely finished, and thus we can find you. Plus, Megan, I know this can be a bit traumatizing, but can you talk of your experience that you had regarding, what was it, 25?
Yeah, 25 dot A. Well, we were inspecting
25A,
your build. We had a 25 incident where a skeleton was spawned on the roof and there was an open door with no deterrence from monster attacks. And while I was inspecting the area, a skeleton came out and attacked me and caused severe emotional and physical damage.
Well, then you shouldn't be here yet. It's still being made.
Even if this building is still under construction, it still needs to be a safe environment for the builders who are present here. If it is not safe for an inspector, it is not safe for a builder.
Well, too bad.
The small amount of time I have spent here, I have been attacked, and I can only imagine what the builders and the employees would feel if, like, this was happening on, like, a daily occurrence for them.
Do you truly think this place is safe for 169 dogs to live?
Well, I'm working on the safety. I need time to, like, cover everything.
Too bad. You have a court date.
You have a court date. It is mandatory that you show up. Otherwise, we will put out a warrant for your arrest, and this will show up on your permanent record.
Mhm. We do keep our players on file here on the server.
Again, if you would like to speak further about this, Sheriff Blinky and Judge Fido will be there to answer any questions. They are at the village over there. Actually, if you look over there at like that red beacon, they are over there if you ever need them and have any questions.
If they are not there, they're simply on vacation.
When did this become a thing?
When wasn't this?
It's always been a thing. We just chose today to enact it. We were checking out the Kevin Mansion, new build on the server deserves recognition, and we just saw so many problems with it.
I mean, normally we're pretty lax about this because the violations aren't this extreme, and especially regarding, like, I think the fact that it regards pets of, like,
we're talking about Kevin here. We're talking about the Kevins.
Kevin.
They're the most important animals on the server.
But hey, what do you guys think of the mansion?
I mean, it is under multiple violations.
but what do you really think of it?
I think it is unsafe for residents and builders.
But do you like it?
If it is safe, yes.
Questions have anything to do with the line of conversation regarding your violations and your court date. If you would like to have another conversation,
I have not broken any violations because nobody has ever told me about this.
You need to do your reading. Just because no one has told you every single law of your country does not mean they do not exist. It is important to do your reading when you're building or doing anything. Especially
it didn't exist till now.
Especially with 26.A, you never know when the gravity is just going to give out and this entire mansion is going to come to the ground. What if the dogs are playing underneath? But you don't know how long gravity will deal with you, Rosamund. You don't know. Even if you do meet these requirements, you have caused the injury of our dear Megan here, and there will be a fine for that. She has gone through emotional and physical trauma because of this place.
There are skeletons
and
everywhere. Have you seen her pit?
Yes, and it does follow all the regulations.
Yes, it follows all regulations.
What about her sheep farm? That does not.
In the coming days, you will receive some more information about your court hearing and what you need to do to prepare and who you might seek out to help you in this endeavor. Until then, that is all. 2 things before I sign off that are pretty important. First is just a look at this build with the shaders on. Look at that. I love the way the light looks when we have these shaders on. Isn't that beautiful? Ooh, very nice. And the second thing is take a look at those plants again. Do you see how there's wool mixed in with the carpet? Kind of make it so it's not as same all the way around. There's also glass, but that's not what's important. It's the wool. And now imagine those plants and stuff, all these different wool colors going all the way around. And my wool collection does not map up. Oh no, I have an Enderman mad at me. Oh no. And Megan has a wool farm, but it's not the biggest, and it's also manual. And why do it manual when you could make it automatic? So coming up, my friend Alex and I, we're going to be working on what we've had this design for a long time called the Color Factory. And I'm so excited to finally build it. I have a bunch of stuff set up. We have a bunch of glass and temporary walls to put some sheep in, all the dye, wheat to breed them, a bunch of stuff for concrete along with wool. Not wool, dye to dye them, and then some other miscellaneous stuff that we're gonna put in there. And so I'm so excited. And then up here, I started to make all the shears for it, and I did a little bit of a dum-dum. These are all in Breaking 3 books, and why it was so much work to get all those books, and it was after I got 3 full shulker boxes, all of Enchanting 3, that I realized there is no point to putting enchanting on these when you literally have an iron farm. I have so much iron. We have all of this plus another double chest behind there. And to clear out the iron farm storage, I took 2 double chests of iron blocks. And I also have a shulker box completely filled, almost, with all of that. So there's so much. I did not need to get all those books when we have an iron farm to just stock up on shears. But yeah, that was my dum-dum. So that's what's coming up next. So look forward to that. And I'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys have a good one. See ya.